What in the world are all these papers doing on my work table and lace? And what is all the sticky notes? Okay, so what we're doing today is we're going to put together ephemera packs. Now, if you're not sure what ephemera is, I'm going to put the description, or what do you call it, the definition above so you can read it. And I am going to be putting together ephemera pack from some of the things I've been getting at estate sales and rummage sales, thrift shops, and all this paper that I love to accumulate to make my own junk journals. But I have so much that I have more paper than I could ever use up in junk journals. So I'm just going to sell it as packs, and I've seen other people do this. And I did, of course, purchase a couple things. Oh, if you might remember, in a previous video, I mentioned that I had purchased a set of encyclopedias, and this is this, and I was so excited because there was only 6 volumes. It was easy for me to carry in. It's not too much to store, and I always look up comps, like what these are worth, before I would repurpose them, because sometimes there are a lot of books that are like, there's so many of them, they're only selling for the price of postage, and then I know that it's okay. But this one, the whole set is worth $60, so I'm like, oh no. I know, it's worth money, oh no. And so I'm going to just sell them for $60 and look for a different set of encyclopedias because, you know, if somebody wants them that badly, I'm not going to tear them up and use them for scrap. The only reason I would put these up for scrap would be if they weren't in good condition, but these are in pretty good condition. They're not moldy or musty or wet or anything, but look at these beautiful illustrations, and I'm kind of sad that I can't repurpose them for my junk journaling, but that's the way it goes. So what we're doing here is I've got all of these torn up books. I've got them in like items, and the sticky notes are how many items in each pile are going to go into each pack. Let's just tour. This is some doilies, and I'm going to fold them in half to make the cover. So it'll be, you get that piece of ephemera, but it'll also be your case. I've got some old yellowed, lovely yellowed paper, some ledger book. I love these old index cards. They're nice and old and yellowed. Some lace, some photos, and these are wedding photos. Most of them are wedding photos. These are just empty envelopes, and this will be great for just using like as a pocket in your ephemera or something, or you can use the stamp. Then this is that furniture book, so there's all kinds of lovely old furniture pages. This was a world book. I think it was a Reader's Digest one. Had some really neat old images. This is an old birthday book. It had been falling apart, so there's also poems and such for the day of your birthday. I've got some postcards, and so you get 2 of those. Some old greeting cards. Now these, okay, the letters, or the envelopes, the greeting cards, and then the letter here are all from the Sadie Schwartz estate, which I did videos on. So those might have writing to her or family. And so these are actual, there's actual letter in here. Then you'll get 2 of these pages, and this is from a prose and poetry book. So 1 image and 1 sheet of paper, poetry, maybe 3, we'll see. Depends on how it goes. Then this is from the World Book Encyclopedia, and they had all these game puzzles. So I thought it might be kind of fun to include one of these in each of the packs. And there's some small images, all kinds of different things on pages that was just like those good. And then strips, long strips, which are good for tucking or folding over, making pockets. This is an architecture or some kind of a book I found too. Not worth much. This book was falling apart. It was very dog-eared cover, and so I rescued it, and now the pages will live again. It's a book about birds. Lovely illustrations. I'm probably going to use that word too much. And then we've got, this was a book about German-American artists. There is, what was this one? A reader's, oh, this was a kid's book. That was the one that was, had the dog had really eaten the corner. So some of these I cut off the top because I didn't think anybody would want the dog one, dog part one. But there are some really fun stuff in there, and sometimes there'll be a a picture in some of them. And then a couple of these old images, some sheet music, and you'll get a small and a large. This is copied piece of paper. That would be a bonus if that was there. But those were just ready to fall apart, and they're nearly not worth more than $1 or $2 on their own. So we repurpose them. And then this is a, home decor. It's very mid-century modern. And I just thought that was fun. Large and a small. And then again, we've got another ledger pad, and then some of this old school, school lined paper. So altogether, there's going to be about 30 to 35 pieces of ephemera in each. Oh, and the lace too. So you get at least one piece of lace. And so what I'm going to do is probably stack this all up, so then I can have 14 different piles and start piling them up. So let's get going. I got my studious face on right now, but I forgot one more thing. Patterns. So I'm going to put a little piece of one of these patterns in each of them too. So you'll see that as well. Now we're really going to get going. Okay, I'm done making the packets, or at least sorting out the stuff. And I have about 30 pieces in each. I might have miscounted. I had wanted to do 14 packs, and for some reason I kept forgetting to put stuff in the 13th one. It's probably because it was sitting next to the papers, because I didn't have a lot of room on my table for it. So I have 13, lucky number 13. I might just list so many on eBay, so many on Etsy. But let me know if this is interesting to you. I know that these paper packs, when you see them online, they look like, oh, all you're doing is tearing a bunch of pieces of paper out of books and stickers and stuff. And it doesn't look like a lot of work. But it took me nearly 2 hours to assemble these. And that is after I had put after I had cut everything apart and I had already sourced this stuff. So I'm just going to page through one here for you so you can see what's in it. And so this stuff actually does take a lot of work to assemble. So I know sometimes people just charge about, what is it, about $10, $15, $20 for these, depending on what's in them and your reputation for making them. So to me, it's like it's worth 50 bucks, but I'm not going to get 50 bucks for it. But I'll probably sell them for between $10 and $15. So if you also wanted to have like some letters from the Sadie Schwartz thing there, those letters there and the cards are from her estate, or not hers, but her son's estate, and just so let you know if you want that. And just ephemera. Let me know what you like in your ephemera, if you would use something like this, or you totally think this is a waste of time and money, because there is that too. My husband is like, people pay for this. He's kind of the practical guy, and so yeah, I mean, this would be kind of fun. You don't have to do any of the sourcing yourself. You can just go and buy it and not have to worry about all that and all the cutting and stuff and having extra stuff around your house. So that's another thing too, is when you start sourcing your stuff for this, that you end up having a lot of extra. This is an extra thing I put in there, like extra books and stuff, and a lot of extra mess. So this is an easy way to get your ephemera without having to do the work. For those with more money than time, or just want to keep it simple. And that is the kit. So there's, I don't know if you counted it, I didn't count it as going, but it was about 40 pieces, and I will do a final count before I list them, and then I will somehow put all this in here. I should have probably been putting this in here while I was doing it. Take some nice pictures. All of the packs will be slightly different because you can't get the same pictures out of every book unless I had 14 books of the same kind. Hope you enjoyed this, going through it with me. Let me know if this is of interest to you. I will put links below if you're wanting to see a little bit more of the pictures and stuff and how I list them. And I hope you have a joyful day. Goodbye.